Good morning, guys, and welcome to Saturday's FRT Gold live video. I hope you're all doing well. It is, of course, Derby Day, one of the biggest and best racing days in the calendar. An absolutely fantastic day from Epsom. Ahead, the Derby, of course, one of the richest flat race in Great Britain, and it's going to be an absolute cracker, no doubt about that. Some other group races, such as the Coronation Cup, another Group 1 actually taking place today, so we are treated there. And yeah, really looking forward to today. Thank you for watching today's video and being here. There's also, as you'd expect on Saturday, it's a really busy day, and it's not just Epsom taking centre stage. We've also got racing we're at Hexham, we're at Musselburgh, we're at Worcester, Doncaster, Limerick, Lingfield and Newcastle. So a really, really busy day. Racing goes from about 1:30 till about 9:15, I think. So loads of action to get forward to. Hopefully you'll be able just to sit on the sofa and watch all the racing. The all important time for the Derby, if you know, maybe you're out and about, you've got to pop to B&Q or something like that. It's 4 o'clock for the Derby today, so should be a really good race. Really looking forward to it, and hopefully we can have another profitable day like we did yesterday. So just a reminder, this is a live Q&A session. If you did want to join in, that's just simply click on the bottom left hand side of your screen if you're watching through YouTube to click to join in live Q&A session, and yeah, ask me any questions that you've got, really, whether it's something about the Derby or another horse that you haven't quite that you are not quite sure on for today, maybe want an opinion on or something like that. That's absolutely fine. Also, if you've just got any horse racing betting queries, that's fine as well. Please do join in there. Also, if you just send an email to joe@freeracingtips.co.uk, or you get in touch via Facebook, facebook.com/groups/FRT Gold. There's plenty of ways for you to get in touch there as well. So you can do that, and as I say, any racing questions or any queries or horses you want my opinion on, then please do feel free to get in touch there. So we'll take a look at yesterday. We had 2 winners yesterday, and one of them was the one we all wanted. It was a premium tip in Thistlebird. Now, this horse was tipped at around about 3-1. Great odds in itself there, but for some reason took a drift that I just could not understand and wasn't even worried about. I was just happy in a way that the odds were improving. Took a drift to 7-2 and was quite clearly the best horse in the race. Ran a cracker, and with 4-point win only bet here, it saw 14 points profit. Huge profit there for the premium tip. I was really happy to see that come in. And also we had the next best bet. That was second, which was unfortunate. Graphic ran a decent race, but was beaten by French Navy, who come under an excellent ride from Adam Kirby. And then the lucky 15, of course, we had this 7-2 premium tip in there. There was also an 11-10 shot, and that saw the lucky 15 sort of break even, maybe just a tiny bit more, but we'll say break even. And that saw, in the end, for the whole day, 11 points in profit. So if you're going by £10 a point, then you were up £110 yesterday. Even if you were going £1 a point, you're up 11 quid. You can't moan at that. So really, really good day yesterday. It's been a really good week, to be honest. I know there's been some frustrating premium tips here and there, but we've delivered profit throughout the week. The last 2 days have seen 15 points profit, so hopefully we can do something similar to that. Maybe be a little bit careful with your stakes today. It is a Saturday, always really competitive, and who knows, let's hope that the weather stays away from Epsom. I mean, I've just been looking at the forecast. It doesn't look as though they're going to get anything too heavy, and an hour or so ago it was still good to firm in places. So I can't, fingers crossed, I can't see it turning to, any sort of soft in the description at the moment, but you do never know in Great Britain, of course. But yeah, Derby day today should be a cracker. We've actually got a Derby, or the Derby features in our lucky 15 today, so you'll find out about that in just a second, or it's actually the next best bet of the day. But we'll start off, as always, with the premium tip today, and that goes in the 5:55 at Lingfield, and it's I'll let you know's leap. That's how I'm saying it anyway, and that's currently at 5-4, and that's from 11-8 this morning. So a bit of money coming for this horse, which is good. Now, this horse has been in action on 3 occasions so far and has improved with each run. I think managed a 10th place finish or something on its first start, then was 3rd and then 2nd at Bath last time out in what was a really, really good performance, and has done that on firm ground and then on soft as well, so clearly handles any type of ground, and it's going to be around about the good, you would think, at Lingfield today, providing the showers stay away. Has some vital experience, some that many of his rivals don't actually have, and this looks to be a really good chance for the horse to break his maiden tag. I think should should take the spoils. I think should take this one. There's been a bit of market support, which is always a good sign. And I think, yeah, I think Connections have found an ideal race for this horse to break his maiden tag. As long as he runs similar to how he did last time out, I don't think he'll have any problems here. That's I'll let you know Leap in the 5:55 at Lingfield. It's 5-4 now. That's from 11 to 8. That Gold members got this morning. I don't think when it went out to regular members, I think we were looking at around about 5-4 again, unfortunately, or fortunate for Gold members. So yeah, that's the premium tip for today. So next best bet of the day. Now, I know there's going to be a bit of debate about this, but for me, it goes in the 4 o'clock at Epsom in the Derby. I could not ignore Australia's price at 7-4. Now, as I said, it doesn't. We're looking at good to firm in places ground at the moment. You think it's going to take quite a bit of a shower to turn that to good, and it's going to take something really, really big, I think, to turn it to good to soft in places. It doesn't look as though there's going to be too much rain, and I just could not ignore this price. I think Australia is the best horse in the race. I don't think too many will have doubts about that, and certainly the one with the most potential. Ran a really good third in the Guineas last time out. That was the first run of the season. Aidan O'Brien has an excellent record in this race, and I just, as I say, I can't ignore this price. Was odds on, during most of the anti-post market, and I wouldn't touch Australia, but at 7-4, it really jumped out at me. Ticks all the boxes in terms of ratings and comes out on top on all of them. It's the highest rated horse in the race. Aidan O'Brien's strongest charge, and I think Australia looks to be a really, really good bet today at 7-4. As I say, you might want to, if I'm fairly confident we're not going to see much soft in the ground at Epsom. I think it was riding beautifully. It was like a carpet. It was described as yesterday, and that was when it was described as good. And I think if the race is run on good ground, I think Australia is still completely the one to beat. He has a good draw, and yeah, I just think looks to be a really good bet there. Australia, as I say, possibly the best horse in this race, and is certainly, I don't think we'll have any problems with the 1 mile 4 furlong trip. And yeah, at that price, that's a definite next best bet for me. That's Australia in the 4 o'clock at Epsom, the Derby at 7-4. Now, 2 extra horses as always today, and if you wanted to put them in the lucky 15 with the other 2, that's absolutely fine. But if you don't like the lucky 15, if you don't want to do the lucky 15, or maybe you just want to watch your stakes a bit, then maybe just a 1 point win only bet on each of these. You can completely leave them and just do the premium tip and next best bet if you like, but I know plenty of people like the lucky 15, and it's been doing fairly well recently. And yeah, these horses are there for a lucky 15, but you can just do them as a 1 point single bet. That's your call. But the 2 we have today are Dawn Catcher in the 6:25 at Lingfield at 5-1, and then Orient Class, and that's in the 9:15 at Newcastle. One of the last races of the day. That's at 2-1. Put these in with a premium tip and next best bet. You can make a lucky 15 with a potential returns of £350 or so from £1 stakes, and that looks to be a decent lucky 15 to me. As I say, it's a really competitive cards today, as you'd expect. It's a Saturday. There are a lot of runners. All the big trainers, the big jockeys are out, but it's going to be an excellent day, no doubt about that. And yeah, hopefully we found the Derby winner there in Australia. So you know that we're going for Australia for the Derby, but also just having a couple of quid each way on a 50-1 chart. I think you do always see that one horse really outrun its price in the Derby. You see that one, possibly land a place finish. And for me, this year, it could be Pinzolo at 50-1. This horse runs for Godolphin, has the massively informed James Doyle on board, which I think is a really positive booking for the horse. Comes here in good form, will handle any type of ground, I think, and actually has won over 1 mile 2 furlongs before, and won on fairly soft ground, and I think maybe on some nicer ground over 1 mile and 4 furlongs. I think this horse could run a good race. It's a decent middle distance horse. No doubt needs to run the race of his life and some to get anywhere near some of these horses, but I think the horse can do just that and possibly sneak into a place. Do I think the horse will win? No, that's going to be really tough, but at 50-1, you'd be absolutely delighted if it managed to place. So that's just a little extra fancy for the Derby for me, Pinzolo at 50-1. Also today we have the Coronation Cup, another Group 1, and this is in memory of St Nicholas Abbey, of course. St Nicholas Abbey, sadly, we lost a little bit earlier in the year. An absolutely outstanding horse that managed to win this Coronation Cup, a Group 3, 3 years in a row. We've seen last year, and it just, it almost became the St Nicholas Abbey race. It just, you knew he was going to win this. So real shame that that we're not going to see St Nicholas Abbey in this one, but yeah, he did have a great life and a great career, but it was just ended far too shortly. But the Coronation Cup, there's some horses worthy of, worthy of the St Nicholas Abbey name today. That one of the best horses in the world, no doubt about that, and an absolute legend. And it's Cirrus de Ziegler at in the Coronation Cup today is your odds-on favourite at 10 to 11, but proving a little bit easy to back. Some maybe want a little bit of rain to come for this French legend. What, 8 or 9 years old now? It's just slipped me. I'm sorry about that, but yeah, Cirrus de Ziegler at 10 to 11. Could I be touching him at that price? No doubt he's a world-class horse, but coming here for England for the first run in England might just need a little bit of a run and improve on that. And yeah, I can't, you know how I feel about odds on horses more often than not, unless they're really good value. I don't see much value in Cirrus de Ziegler. I think, probably win, but I'm looking at the each way market here, and for me, I just like the look of Ambivalent at 12 to 1 in the Coronation Cup. I think this horse brings some excellent form in. I think it was the Shima Classic form that's worked out incredibly well with the likes of Mountain Dunes and Ambivalent. Ambivalent won last time out. We probably, again, is a horse that might want a little bit of rain, but I think can see out a decent trip here and possibly outrun a price at 12 to 1 and could, for me, be the main challenge to Cirrus de Ziegler. Of course, we have the Oaks winner Talon also in action here, but first run of the season, I think often, again, how I feel about horses running for the first time of the season. I often think they need a run. That proved to be the case with, Gregorian yesterday. I couldn't touch Gregorian at a favourite's price yesterday, and took a bit of a drift in the market. And the horse will win some big races this year, but first run of the season is always very tough to do just that. So yeah, Coronation Cup for me. Cirrus de Ziegler should win it, but I like Ambivalent at 12 to 1. So yeah, that's actually just about it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. It's going to be an excellent day, no doubt about that. Hopefully you can all sit back and watch the Derby at 4 o'clock. It's going to, it's one of the best spectacles in horse racing, and you don't even need a bet to enjoy it. I don't think, even if I had absolutely not a penny on any horses, I've actually backed Australia and I've backed Pinzolo each way. But if I hadn't had a bet, I could sit back and just enjoy it. If you can't do that, then you're probably in the wrong game. But yeah, thank you so much for watching today's video. Great to see plenty of you watching. Remember, if you've got any questions throughout the day, just send me an email or get in touch via Facebook. I'll do my best to get back to you as soon as possible. And yeah, thank you for watching today's video. There won't be one tomorrow as it's a Sunday, and it's going to be, I don't think it's the best day of action tomorrow, but yeah, there won't be a video tomorrow. It will turn on Monday, but there will be tips tomorrow. But for now, let's focus on an excellent day of action. Thanks all for watching, and I'll speak to you all a little bit later on. Thank you, and bye-bye.